You see it everywhere. And once you notice it, you can't unsee it. People who know better but don't do better. People full of ideas, ambition, plans, and potential, yet years pass and nothing truly changes. They read, they learn, they prepare, they think deeply about what they want to do, and still they don't move, don't follow through. Don't act on what they already know. And eventually you start to wonder how that's even possible. The truth is, there's a quiet, dangerous gap between knowing and doing. And that gap is where most dreams die not in a dramatic collapse or a single massive failure, but slowly, silently, in the space between intention and action. Between I should and I did, left unchecked. That gap becomes an entire life filled with good intentions and missed opportunities, a life of almost someday. And I was planning to, and that's not because people lacked information, opportunity, or even desire, but because hesitation, delay, and excuses felt safer than stepping into the discomfort of action. Knowledge matters, but knowledge is only the seed, never the harvest. And today knowledge is everywhere, on your phone, on your bookshelf. And the conversations you've already had, yet knowing has quietly become a substitute for doing, giving people the emotional reward of progress without the risk of execution. Reading a book, watching a video, or listening to advice can feel productive, but insight alone doesn't change bodies, build businesses, save money, or fix habits. Only action does. The most dangerous place to be is thinking you're remaking progress while you're actually just circling, planning, preparing, and staying safely grounded. Because motion is not progress, and learning is not growth. Most people don't need another breakthrough idea. They already have the right idea. What they need is the discipline to apply it, repeat it, and stay with it long enough to see results. Fear, perfectionism, overwhelm, procrastination, and comfort keep people stuck in preparation mode. Because as long as you're planning, you don't have to risk failure, embarrassment, or discovering that growth requires effort. But action never begins when you feel ready. It begins when you decide and the confidence. Motivation and clarity everyone is waiting for are produced by doing, not the other way around. Professionals act because it's time, not because it feels good. And discipline bridges the gap by showing up even when it's messy, imperfect, and uncomfortable. Progress isn't built through intensity or perfect conditions, but through small, consistent actions repeated daily, because consistency compounds, momentum builds identity, and doing again and again is what turns potential into reality. The difference between the life you talk about and the life you live, ISNT, knowing more or waiting longer. It's closing the gap by starting now and continuing tomorrow. Because once you commit to doing, even imperfectly, everything begins to change.